Hello guys, I just got out of the theater from watching Spider-Man No Way Home, and I want to go ahead and give my out-of-theater review for it. And this won't be super in-depth or anything, but again, this is a review that I really did want to do. And if I'm about to mention a spoiler, I'll definitely give you guys a warning. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So before entering the movie, I saw some reviews. The reception seems to be very positive towards it, and after seeing this film, I definitely understand. And yeah, I absolutely love this film, not gonna lie. Out of the three MCU Spider-Man films, or the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, this might be the best one. I'm still thinking about it, but I won't be surprised if later on this might end up being my favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man film. I mean, especially with Tom Holland's performance. Tom Holland's performance in this film, I can see being a highlight for many people or many fans. I mean, his performance in this film, definitely his best performance as Spider-Man so far, right by a mile. I mean, from the emotional depth to the charisma, I mean, his performance was pretty much near flawless. I mean, especially during those emotional scenes, you definitely bought those emotional scenes. And I won't specify what those scenes are because those might be spoilers, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. His performance was really brilliant. And also on top of that, I thought Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, I like the chemistry between them, the interactions and how they work together and all that. Again, overall, I was impressed with their chemistry. But of course, we also have to talk about the villains. Now, when we get to the villains, of course, the topic of wanting more screen time with certain villains because they're your favorite and all that topic, of course, gets brought up when mentioning the villains in this film. And I'll be honest, I didn't really think about that all that much after getting out of the theater, because through the whole 2.5 hours, I found myself really invested in the film. I was really enjoying every single moment. So the amount of screen time for certain villains and anything like that didn't really cross my mind all that much or really bother me all that much. I felt that each villain got its moment to shine. And yeah, overall, I was pretty impressed with the villains, especially with the Green Goblin. I like the way he was used in the film, how he was utilized, his role. I won't go deeper than that because, again, if I go deeper, it might lead to a spoiler. So, again, I'll just leave it at that. But, again, really impressed with how they used the Green Goblin in this film. But, and of course, Doc Ock was also great too, and Sandman and the others. Again, all the villains were great, but especially the Green Goblin. But also, now this might be, I don't know if this counts as a spoiler at this point, but again, you've been warned now, but Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, I think the way they were used in this film, I was impressed by how they were used in the film. I thought they were well utilized. They weren't underutilized in my opinion. I like the way they were used in the film, their role, and okay, I won't go deeper than that because again, that might be a spoiler with how they were used. But I think many fans will be satisfied and happy with how Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, their Spider-Mans, were used in the film. And now this might be this might be another little spoiler, but it's more than just a little cameo. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, overall, really happy with how the movie used Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, their Spider-Mans. That's probably one of my favorite aspects of the film. It really put a smile on my face with how the movie approached using these characters. But yeah, of course, with the film, you can expect fan service, but the fan service didn't feel cheap or feel like a lot of remember this, remember that. Oh, this part or this little clue or whatever is going to make you feel nostalgic of this or this and that. No, it's not like that. I felt like this fan service wasn't cheap. I felt that it's suited what was going on in the film fairly well. Didn't feel just kind of just thrown in there just to please the fans at the moment or anything like that. So yeah, overall, I didn't really have a problem with the fan service. I'm not sure how some people will be about the fan service, but for me, overall, I was satisfied with the fan service. But yeah, also, we do have to talk about the runtime. It's about around 2.5 hours. or yeah, around there or so. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the review, I was fairly invested in the film. I was really engaged with what was going on. I was honestly enjoying every single moment, so I didn't really feel the runtime all that much. Honestly, I really didn't want it to end. I was really enjoying myself with the film, and yeah, overall, didn't have a problem with the runtime. There wasn't really any moments that I remember that felt like they were dragging or felt like, I guess, filler, you could say. So yeah, overall, I didn't have a problem with the pacing or the runtime. So yeah, overall, really enjoyed this film and definitely highly recommend it. And if you're a Spider-Man film, I think you'll enjoy yourself with this film, and I think most fans will be satisfied with the film overall, especially again with how Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are used in the film. I think many fans will be happy with how they're used. And I can't go. There's so much I want to say about that aspect of the film, but I won't do it. I want you guys to go ahead and see the film. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but if I had to rate this film, I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10. Again, probably the best MCU Spider-Man film. I mean, again, I'm still thinking about it, but I might go with that. I don't know. Again, I really love this film, so yeah, 9 out of 10. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on the film. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you seen it already? And of course, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Definitely check it out in theaters. Please don't wait till streaming. Of course, that's ultimately your choice, but I definitely highly recommend watching it on the big screen, especially with seeing all the fights. You're definitely going to want to see those on the big screen, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.